Welcome to Chopstick Travel. I'm Luke Martin and today I'm in Japan. This is the start of our new series where we're taking you for a noodle tour across Japan in partnership with Japan Railways. We're going to be visiting 6 different cities and eating 6 different types of noodles, all while using our JR Pass. It's going to be a great series, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. Let's go get the train and let's go get some noodles. So first things first, we have to pick up our JR Pass. I purchased mine prior to coming to Japan, and we've come to Shinagawa Station, one of the many exchange points for your JR Pass. So all you need is your short stay stamp you received from immigration, your passport, and also the reservation code you got when you bought your JR Pass online.
And then this is your JR Pass.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, we've got our JR Pass, some information. We're gonna go print off our reserved seat tickets. So you'll find machines like this one in stations across Japan, which let you print off your reserved seat ticket.
Welcome. Please take your ticket. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're off on our noodle tour across Japan. Just take both your reserved ticket and your JR Pass and insert them. Here we go. The Japan Rail Pass is available to foreigners visiting Japan for tourism purposes and to overseas Japanese who meet the requirements. And I think our train's just about to arrive. Let's go. So we have made it to our first stop on our noodle tour across Japan. We have come to the town of Fujinomiya. This is my first time here, and we are going for our first plate of noodles. Fujinomiya's famous yakisoba, stir-fry noodle from this shop right here. So our first plate of noodles on our noodle tour across Japan with Japan Railways, and we are having Fujinomiya yakisoba. So yakisoba stir-fried noodles, but these ones from Fujinomiya are particularly famous and a little bit different than your standard yakisoba. So we just watched them prepare a fresh batch. So it's steamed noodles that are made here in Fujinomiya. And what's really interesting is they use water from Mount Fuji. So as the name suggests, Fujinomiya, we are at the base of Mount Fuji. Unfortunately, as is often the case in August, you're not able to see it today. And a lot of times in August, the clouds will shroud Mount Fuji. But that's okay, because we're here for the yakisoba. And just look at how beautiful this is. So it's made with cabbage, of course, the noodles. There's some green onions, and there's pork fat, sardine powder, and then the pickled ginger. And also they have a little spring from Mount Fuji that you can get yourself a glass of water. So let's try out the famous Mount Fuji water first. Yeah, crisp. Oh, just look at this plate of noodles. It smells so, so good. Mmm. The noodles are really, really bouncy. You can taste that sardine powder that they put on top too. It gives it a little bit of a seafood flavor. Crunchy cabbage in there. And let me try to find a piece of the pork fat. Try again. They're not completely like covered in sauce, but a little bit of sauce. You can taste the stir-fry wok flavor. Mmm. The pork fat just completely melts in your mouth. Crispy. Yum. What a bowl of noodles, plate of noodles. For our first stop, we have 5 more to go on this tour across Japan, but we're off to a really good start. Mmm, yum. I really like it with a little bit of the pickled ginger, and that pork fat is awesome. So even if you're unlucky like us, you can't see Mount Fuji, you can still taste the awesome yakisoba here in Fujinomiya. We are wasting absolutely no time on our noodle tour across Japan. That was some incredible yakisoba, but we are saying goodbye to Fujinomiya, and we are heading to our next city for our next bowl of noodles. we are on the Shinkansen or bullet train heading to our next destination. I'll tell you exactly where we're going once we arrive there. And I just wanted to say, like, riding the train in Japan is an experience in and of itself that you must try. And the JR Pass just makes it so easy. I want to tell you a little bit about the reservation process. JR Pass holders can reserve their seats up to 1 month in advance. You can pick any seat you want. So if you want that window seat to hopefully catch a view of Mount Fuji, you can pick it. And also, this is very important, so listen closely. If you're traveling with oversized luggage, such as a large suitcase, you must select a seat that includes the oversized luggage. There's areas where you can store it, so make sure you choose the seat for oversized luggage if you're traveling with large suitcases. Welcome to the next stop on our noodle tour across Japan. We are in the city of Nagoya, and we are heading straight for our next bowl of noodles. Our second noodle of our noodle tour across Japan. We're here in the city of Nagoya, and they're famous for their dish miso nikomi udon. We've come to a place called Yamamotoya Honten. They've been around for over 110 years, the brand, here in Nagoya, making miso nikomi udon. So it's a nabe, a stone pot that is directly on the flame with some miso paste in the bottom, so fermented soybean paste with some green onions, and then add in the beautiful broth, the dashi broth. And then what makes this dish a little bit interesting is they don't actually cook the udon noodles prior to putting them into the nabe. It actually cooks right inside the bowl. So it's sort of a stew, which means nikomi. And the udon noodles are those thick, beautiful noodles, one of my favorite noodles in all of Japan. Even though it's the middle of summer, it's a great time to enjoy this dish, but I have to say, I can already tell you this would probably be better in the winter just because of how warming it is. It's served in the bowl like this. And let's do the grand reveal here. So I'll just remove the lid, and I just went for the classic style. So there's no meat in here. However, you can get with chicken or different proteins. There's just a beautiful egg, and I'm gonna pop that yolk and give that a nice mix here. Look at that. Look at those thick noodles. So there's a little fish cake in there, but it's all about that broth, that miso broth. And that's why we are here to try it in Nagoya. This just smells so incredible, guys. And just look at how thick those noodles are. And apparently these are even chewier than the regular udon because of the way they're cooking it. They're cooking it right in there. They don't cook them prior to putting them in the dish. Let's try it out. Oh, actually, one more interesting thing right before I dig in. The owner here was telling me that I should actually take the noodles and put them on top of the lid. So the lid kind of acts as a bowl because it's just so steaming hot coming out of there. So it kind of cools it off. All right, let's try that. Oh. Yum. Wow, that's phenomenal. That miso flavor is so strong. If you've never had it, it's an essential ingredient in most Japanese dishes, and it just gives it sort of this kind of tangy, earthy flavor, slightly fermented but not overpowering. And then those noodles, those udon noodles, are so bouncy, so chewy. They might kind of feel undercooked, but they're not. Rest assured, it's sort of Japanese al dente, if you will. Oh my. That is a serious bowl of noodles. This is such a cool culture too, to take the noodles and actually put them in the lid. So the lid kind of acts as an extra little bowl so you don't burn yourself, because yeah, that nabe is smoking hot. Whoa, these noodles will run off on you too. It's so rich, so much flavor in that miso. And that's all it is really, just the miso and the dashi. But the way that they cook it and just kind of cook the noodles in that broth, it soaks right into those udon noodles. Man, that is good. Whoa, this is worth coming to Nagoya. just for this. Honestly, this is probably one of the creamiest, richest bowls of noodles I've ever tasted. Simple, not a whole ton of ingredients, but the flavor from that miso is just why this dish is a must try here in Nagoya. Wow, what a bowl of noodles. My first time here in Nagoya, my first time to try miso nikomi udon, and I highly recommend it. If you're ever visiting Nagoya, you could check out this shop. It is so good, so worth the stop. So we're gonna take a little break from the noodles. We're going to a kind of museum called the SC Maglev and Railway Park. A train museum. I thought this was very fitting considering we're on a JR Pass train tour around Japan, and I know a lot of you are die-hard train enthusiasts, but unfortunately I am not. I will not be providing any information beyond what's inside of this pamphlet because I don't know really what I'm looking at, but it already looks really cool. So they've got old trains and the new trains, like this steam locomotive right here, and then like the bullet train over there, which set a world record for the speed at 443 kilometers in 1996. Canada doesn't even have a bullet train, and in 1996 they had trains going 443 kilometers an hour here in Japan. So this one here is the MLX-01-1 superconducting maglev. This puppy can go 581 kilometers an hour, making it the world's fastest train as recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records. You could go from Tokyo to Osaka in just 1 hour. You can actually go inside and check out the interior, so let's go. If you love trains, this is the place for you. They have a rolling stock of different trains. You can go inside, check them out. Look at this old one. Smells like wood in here. It's all made out of wood. I love the nice green cushions. So cool, and they have so many different types from different eras. The train or locomotive history in Japan is rich, to say the least. These are trains that were in use, in service. You can see a little bit of wear and tear. They were well used, and now they're preserved here at the SC Maglev Railway Park, so you can come and check them out. Oh, look at the old bathroom in this one. Not quite as nice as the new ones. Look at this bathroom. It's beautiful. And it's on a train. So this one here is the second generation of the Tokaido Shinkansen. This is the dining car. It's a double-decker. So inside this room, they have a huge diorama, so a miniature train model setup that must have taken forever to build. This is so intricate, the tiny little people, all the trains going, the little cars. I can't imagine how much work went into this. Honestly, this place is like a train buff's wet dream. I can confirm you do not need to be a train enthusiast to love the SC Maglev and Railway Park here in Nagoya. You're gonna have a great time no matter what. And in fact, if you come here not a train enthusiast like me, you may find yourself leaving as a train enthusiast. This place is so cool. So I couldn't leave Nagoya without trying a specialty of the city. We're taking a little break from the noodles tonight to have another famous dish here in Nagoya. We've come to a restaurant called Hitsumabushi Togawa Nagono, and they are famous for serving hitsumabushi, which is eel on rice. So you might have heard of unagi. This is a similar dish, but it's presented in a different way. We were just checking out how they cook the eel in the kitchen. It's absolutely mouth-watering. It's grilled on charcoal, and then they dunk it completely submerged into this beautiful sauce, and then right back on the charcoal to let that kind of caramelize, and then a second sauce dunk, and then back on the charcoal until it gets nice and crispy. In the West, we usually kind of throwaway eel. It's not really considered something we want to eat. But here in Japan, it's a delicacy, and when prepared right, it is absolutely delicious. This is actually going to be my first time trying hitsumabushi. So we've got this kind of set here, and then here it is, the pièce de résistance here at the back. This beautiful wooden bowl that it comes in, and the grand reveal. Look at that, towering high with grilled eel. So there's a very particular way of eating this dish, which differentiates it from the unagi. So you're supposed to cut it into quarters. So I'm gonna cut it right down the middle like that, and then once more. And this is because you're going to enjoy it in 4 different ways. So first, I will try to take some of this out and put it in my small bowl here without trying to ruin it. And the first way to enjoy it is just au naturel, the regular flavor of the eel, all that beautiful, beautiful sauce and smoky goodness from that charcoal grill. So I'm just gonna try it plain like this, first taste. It's such a delicate fish. Really smoky flavor too. Immediately I can taste that charcoal and that beautiful kind of sweet soy flavor from that sauce they dunked it in. It's caramelized on the outside. It's almost got like a candy aroma or like a caramel aroma. And this is just the plain. We're gonna try it in 4 different ways, but just trying it like this already is delicious. And I wasn't kidding when I said this is a delicacy. This can be a little bit of a pricier dish. It's a special dish to be enjoyed on certain occasions. Or if you're like me and you're only in Nagoya for 1 day, maybe you should try it because that's special occasion enough. So that was the first taster. And now we're going for the second quarter. I'll grab some of the rice. And this time, what we're gonna do differently is we're going to add the seasoning. So there's some seasonings back here on the table. Some green onions. I'll add those generously. There's also wasabi. Put just a little bit on this piece first. And then nori, the shredded seaweed. Yum. That definitely makes a difference. I love the green onions. And I just can't get over that kind of caramel flavor on the outside. It's so sweet and good. And the fish is so soft and delicate. That is a beautiful dish. Perfect little break from the noodles we've been eating. Okay, third step this time. Third quarter. Put it in my bowl once again. This time we're gonna do it differently. We're going to add a soup, the dashi broth, which is served in this little teapot right here. Which is, oh, actually, sorry, before I do that, you gotta add the seasonings once again. So this is really unique way of enjoying the unagi, the eel, freshwater eel here in Nagoya. And then I'll add the dashi broth served in this little teapot here. And you kind of make it a little soupy. I don't know how much to add. I think that's probably good. I'll try it like that. That's really good. That adds a lot of flavor. And it kind of mixes the wasabi in with it all. Kind of evenly distributes the wasabi. Eel is really good if you know how to cook it right. And here in Japan, especially in Nagoya, they know how to cook it right. All right, so the fourth quarter is a little bit more simple. You can just enjoy it any way you prefer. So out of those 3 ways, natural, with the seasoning, or with the dashi, I think I'm just gonna go with the seasoning. Really loving Nagoya, it's an awesome city. Even we're here just for a short stop because we're heading back on the train to our next location for our next bowl of noodles with Japan Railways. So make sure to stay tuned. We've got some awesome stuff to show you coming up. Okay, we are back in Tokyo and we are heading for our next bowl of noodles. Let's go. Today's noodles we are not only tasting, we're actually going to be attempting to make them ourselves. We're here in Asakusa, Tokyo on Kappabashi Street, a famous street for buying all kinds of kitchenware. And we've come to a place called Sobagiri where you can experience making traditional soba. Let's try it out. So step one, we've got 100% buckwheat flour, really high quality stuff from Nagano Prefecture, and I'm gonna add just some water. All right, lid on, and we're gonna shake this like a cocktail shaker. All right, 1 minute's passed. I'm gonna give this a little mix with our spatula here. And another minute shaking. Get my exercise in. Now you can see that it's turned into a nice little ball, soba ball. Okay, the next step is to spread it out like this, fold back, and then turn like this. And we're gonna do that for a minute. I'm gonna add a little bit of powder. Is that enough? Okay. Give it a little mix here. And then we've got this nice little stencil, and we're gonna massage this to make it fit. Okay, we got a rolling pin, and we're gonna roll this out, turn. Okay, we've got the desired shape. Just gonna add a little bit of flour so this doesn't stick. And fold it over. Okay, moving on to the fun part. Time to cut our noodles. Check out this. Oh man, I don't know if they should trust me with this. So this is the intimidating part. We're gonna use the special soba knife here, and I'm gonna cut my noodles. I'm only gonna do 5 first because I'll probably mess it up. Let's try.
はい。1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I've seen them do this in restaurants before. They go about 10 to 100 times faster than I'm doing it right now. Okay, finished off. I think I did all right for my first time. I'm gonna put these here. I think that's pretty good. Even thickness. Some of them a little fatter than others. That might have been my first one. Now it's time to eat them. That was a great experience. Really cool thing you can try here in Tokyo. My first time. I think I did all right. Honestly, I usually do bad at that stuff, but I think I did all right. And here are my noodles. Can't say already, I'm gonna guess these are not gonna be the best soba I've ever tried, just because I made them and not a soba master. But this does look like a pretty beautiful presentation. We've got some bonito flakes, some daikon radish, a little bit of nori, and there are my noodles. Okay, let me grab some of those so you can see. I think those look pretty good. It's a cold soba dish. You can also have hot soba, but this is perfect for the summer. And the noodles are so bouncy and chewy, that buckwheat noodle. It's really good. I don't want to compliment myself too much, but it's really good. Our third bowl of noodles on our noodle tour across Japan with Japan Railways. This was a really cool experience, guys. You should try this in Asakusa here in Tokyo. We are here at Sensoji Temple in Asakusa, one of the most famous sites probably in all of Tokyo, maybe in all of Japan. And this marks the halfway point of our noodle tour across Japan with Japan Railways using our JR Pass. You guys can click the link in the description box for the official website to buy your own JR Pass so you can experience Japan like we do, or maybe you want to go on your own noodle tour in Japan. But this is only halfway. We've still got another episode coming soon where we're heading north. There's more noodles to eat, more cities to visit. It's been a great time already, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.